Hello, social media family. Listen, it's been a long day, and we've had a day of technical difficulties, but that's okay. We are still going to make this happen. I'm very excited about having my PGR sisters on the broadcast with me today. We're going to be talking about for the love of business, the art of success, and everything else in between. And before we leave this conversation, we have to talk about a little love and relationship. So, without further ado, let me introduce to you my two celebrity guests, Dr. Aundrea Matthews and Miss Claudia DaRobi.
Hello.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. How
Hi.
are you?
I am doing okay. I tell you what, we must be gonna have a really good time on Thursday. All this technical difficulties we had today, I tell you,
Boy, boy,
that's when you
boy.
know it's gonna be good. That's when you know it's gonna be
Absolutely.
good. Well, listen,
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
yeah. So I want to go ahead and give you guys an opportunity to go ahead and introduce to the people who you are and what you do, so they'll know who my celebrity guests are. First, I'm going to start with Claudia since she's to the top and to my right. So Claudia, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people. Let them know what you do and anything good you want us to know about you.
Well, my name is Claudia DaRobi. I am the CEO of Diverse City Atlanta, doing business as Diverse City. And I am a performance coach as well as a marketplace manifester. And something good about me is that I am here and I'm here to serve and I just want to help people. I've got a phenomenal gift. I can see the best part of everybody. And I think that's a phenomenal gift. And I'll just leave it right there.
I love it. I love it. Well, listen, you can help the love doctor anytime. Look, all coaches need a coach. So I'm here.
Absolutely.
I'm coachable. I'm a student. I love to learn. I love to suck everything up like a sponge because I feel like I'm still a kid learning every single day. Dr. Aundrea Matthews, please tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do and tell us something good about you.
Hmm. Well, everybody, I'm Dr. Aundrea Matthews, and I've got a PhD in philosophy with a focus on African American religion. And I've been doing some research on living in Houston, and I really am excited about what my research has done. And so I'm kind of doing some ethnographic research on Houston, and I've got a theory. I do. I got a good one, and I'm ready to share it with the city of Houston. It's being done in Atlanta. It's being done in New York. It's being done in other places, and it's time Houston's here, and I'm ready. We're ready to roll it out.
Oh my God, that is
And what's good
exciting.
about something good about me?
Hmm.
Something good about me is that I love to see us come together.
Yes,
I
yes.
love to
That
see us,
part.
and Houston can do it. Is that part because Houston can do it. Because you got
Yeah,
Jack Yates, you got Wheatley, you got Cashmere. What? Y'all was
yeah,
like, what? I mean, like y'all are untold secret, Booker T. And you know what I mean? And it was the fifth ward and the third ward and the north side and the you know what I mean? All that. And it's like, it's just time for y'all to come together and I'm excited.
oh, that's good. I love that. I
So,
love
and
that.
something good about me is that I know that we can do that and I'm excited and that's all. I'm done. I'm
Yes.
complete.
Well, let me just say, I'm just excited to be a part of this, to be a part of this rollout, because when we were at our PGR our gathering, we were all just, laughing and talking and having a good time. And you and well, actually, and Claudia too, because we all end up sitting together in the same section, but we actually kind of manifested this a little bit on the bus because we talked about it, and then we talked about it. Then Dr. Aundrea and I, we had a moment when the cameraman was out and we was doing a video, in the backyard, and we was like, yeah, we got something coming for you and all that. And we knew we wanted to put something together, but we didn't exactly know what and how. But here it is, And so now you got the Love Doctor, you got Claudia DaRobi, you got Dr. Aundrea Matthews. We've masterminded and put our heads together to say, you know what, let's do something for the love of business. You know what I mean? Everybody loves their business. They love what they do, because to be an entrepreneur, that's not for the weak. You know what I mean? It is for the strong. And you really have to have a heart and a passion to do what you love and to wake up every single day doing it, whether that day turns out to be good or bad or just whatever, the ups, the downs, the disappointments, just all of that. And so in order to keep kicking, you have to have a love for your business and a passion for what you do. So, Dr. Aundrea, I'm going to let you kick it off and explain to the people that what we have coming up on Thursday. I'm real excited about it, but I'm going to let you talk about it. Then Claudia, go ahead and chime in, and y'all just let the people know what we're getting ready to do. You're on mute. You're on mute. There you go.
Sorry, I got you.
Okay.
Sorry. Because I'm okay. So that's another thing I like about me. I'm passionate, so I gotta calm down sometimes. Okay. So this is what I learned. And y'all tell me if I'm right. Love Doctor. So everybody talks about the reason why everybody can't come together is because Houston is so spread out and everybody has their own territory. And because of the racism and the politics and the police and everything that was going on, if you were Black in Houston at the time, you had to stay in your neighborhoods and you had to stay confined to your neighborhoods because it was out there. You know what I mean? This is the wild, wild west, baby. You know what I mean? And for Black people to have things, they had to stick together, and there was power in numbers. And then you had leaders and you had brothers, and they were doing the best they can. Everybody was working together in their circle, though. Yes. So you had your 3rd ward, your 5th ward, your 4th ward, all your wards, and everything was separate. And because of the distance, it was hard for you to, that cost. You know what I'm saying? So, so as time came on, after the oil thing happened, money started coming because of Exxon, and Houston became this technological stuff. But they took away Astro World, and they took away all the places y'all could hang out, the skating rink, clothes. You know what I mean? Or just people weren't doing that anymore. And then what happened is, but y'all were making money though. Making money though. See, so because y'all were making money, you had to roll with it. And so what we're getting ready to do now is, but we have to come together. And what happens is, if you take every ward, every neighborhood in Houston, and you brought the best of the best to the table, and we actually had a time to sit down and plan and talk and love one another.
Yes.
We can do some powerful business in Houston, baby. You see what I'm saying? We can do some powerful business. And because, I'll quit. I'm complete. And then we're going to do that on Thursday. And the reason why we're going to do it on Thursday is because this is just a concept I have in my head that I have to that we're getting ready to test out on Thursday. And so what we're going to do is bring certain business people together who are exceptional people who want to scale up. You already got yours. You good. Yes. You holding it down. Please. You're holding it down. And but we just need that upscale. We just need that boost. We just need somebody to give us a helping hand and to pull us up to the next step. And we got to figure out how to do that in Houston. You know what I mean? And we got to trust one another, and we got to love one another. But we got to create the space for it. And we're getting ready to create the space on July 21st. We got a space for you. So it's gonna go down.
That space is everything. Oh my God, that space is everything. Yes. Woo! My God. Yes. What do you have to add to it?
Well, there's not much I can add to that, but I will say that Dr. Matthews, her energy and her passion for people, for our community, for business, and the arts, it's unmatched. And I've been knowing her for almost 20 years now, maybe 15 to 20 years. And it has not changed. It has only elevated. Yes. It never stops. It never simmers. It continues to go on. And so we've just come together, and with her vision that she had for Houston and what we were doing with Diverse City in Atlanta, we just decided that this needs to be in Houston.
Yes.
And we talked about it. We had a few meetings. We powwowed and we did many things. And she told me her vision, and I told her my vision.
Yes.
And we came together so that we can create a model that will almost demand success.
Yes.
And here you have the art of success, and we're doing this pilot. And her enthusiasm is low right now compared to what I've seen and what we've experienced over the last few weeks and even the month. I'm very, very excited. We're going to help business owners. But I want to say again, she said the word exceptional.
Yes.
When we point out exceptional people, we're talking about, not only are we talking about entrepreneurs, but we're talking about artists, thought leaders, which are our scholars, and influencers. These are not everyday people.
Right.
These people are usually the people that stand out. They're quirky, they're different. We work extremely long hours and very sensitive. And so we wanted to get these amazing people in the same space.
Yes.
And give them as many tools and as many resources as we can so that they can make the impact on the world that has already been put inside of them. We just would like to help and have a great time doing it because we all work too much and we need to have a space where we can have fun. So this is amazing. I'm so excited, and I'm extremely happy to be in Houston, especially with you ladies.
Absolutely. And y'all know, with any party, the love doctor got to bring some love to the party. Y'all already know it. So with that being said, with this entrepreneurial mix and mingle, oh my God, y'all know I'm going to have that wine there. Y'all know I'm going to be serving that wine. We're going to have a little wine tasting for the people who have not tasted a taste of love. We're going to have a little DJ, a little music. I mean, it's just, it's going to be phenomenal. But I love the passion and the heart of Dr. Matthews and Claudia, because, when you are getting so excited for an event, when somebody has their heart into it, because they was like, okay, little doctor, you got to come out to the venue. We got to walk through it. We got to do it, And so when you're walking through it, immediately when I walked in and I saw the venue, I was like, yes, like I know when it's going to be right. I know when it's going to be fire because I felt it the minute I walked through the door, And so then we have, and y'all, Natasha's on streaming with us, whatever. We're going to have our own, Houston's own, very own Natasha Marie hosting for the people, rolling out the red carpet. And it's just going to be, oh my God, it's just going to be awesome, So, hey, Natasha, we see you on there. We know you're going to do your thing. You're going to host for the people. We know you're going to give it to them. We already know this, But yeah, it's going to be very, very nice. Nothing like like-minded people coming together and for a purpose of just seeing, like you say, how we can love on one another and how we can elevate our businesses, because truth be said, all of the small businesses, we are the ones who are stimulating the economy. I mean, I think the government and all that figured that out when the pandemic hit and everything shut down. It wasn't all about the big corporations and all that when they shut down. It was more about the small companies that wasn't thriving and vibing anymore when everything shut down. And so they need us to stimulate the economy. So with that being said, if we rise up to another level, that stimulates it even more.
Correct. That's what the research shows. That's what my theory, when I interpret the data, that's what I get. So again, we're not doing anything new. We got to take our emotions out of it and look at it. Houston is one of the fastest growing cities in America. Let's just look strictly at the research or whatever, you know what I mean? And some of the analytics. So you're the fastest growing city in the country and claiming to be one of the most diverse cities in the country, right? Well, that was old New York. And when people said that, our ancestors and our parents, they migrated from down south up north, Detroit, which is right now. I'm representing Flint, Michigan. I'm in Flint, and Flint, Michigan, and our ancestors left in the Great Migration and went to New York, Philly, DC. I mean, whatever, and just went up north to Ohio. And so now when you talk about diverse city, we're biting the same thing. They're shooting our black men in the streets. That's no different than lynching. We've got profiling, and the economy's all messed up, and all these things are going on, and there's hate crimes or whatever. We've been here before. So then let's look at what our ancestors did to get us up out of it. And what I found was, what I've looked at from the research, is that when you what made the Harlem Renaissance, which was not the only Renaissance, it's just the most well-known Renaissance. And so in Harlem, what they did was they got scholars together, they got entrepreneurs together, they got artists together, and then and they brought them together, and they would meet once a month, and they just talked, and we talked about what was going on in the world and how they were going to do, and then they would decide what song they wanted to sing and what message they wanted to give out and what business they needed, so that we would rise from oppression, right? And so then so now, who does it better than H-Town? You had Dowling Street. The chicken sucky was right there in Houston. What is planted here? And come on, what Slick Thug did with the cassette tapes down at the Texas A&M Texas Relays. What? He revolutionized the game. You see, then you bring Bun and you bring Pimp and you bring. The problem is everybody died too fast. You know what I'm saying? Something tragic would happen, and they keep knocking. Just kept knocking it off. And I have another theory about that. But in the process of it, this is the time. And so why reinvent the wheel? They did it. Look at us now. Look at us now. And and that's the art of success. Be happy. Look where we at. We just had come on. Houston is balling. You got cribs out here like boom. Lane, you got folks riding horses in the hood. You can't ride no horse down New York City. Come on now. I mean, you know what I mean? So these are the things. And so it's got to be you. It's got to be H-Town. It's just your time to shine. And that's what it is.
And the thing with H-Town is we still have so much land that we can move on. We still have plenty of land. See, like New York and all that, they've ran out of space, but H-Town, we have plenty land and buildings to develop and make new businesses and all of that. So we have the opportunity. The opportunity is here, so.
And you've already did it. You already did it. Pleasantville. You did it.
And then the thing is that, many times when new cities come on the rise, you have people that come from everywhere, from LA, New York, Chicago, even Detroit, Atlanta, Philly. And then what happens is they'll migrate to those cities, but these large corporations will come in and take over all of those small businesses. And when big events, big ticket events like Super Bowls and the really, really big ticket events come around, our businesses do not receive any just due.
Correct.
And that's the biggest problem. So what we want to do is make sure that our businesses, our diverse businesses and our historically under-accessed and underutilized businesses have every single thing that they need. So when those things come around, they're not trying to get ready. They're already ready.
Yes.
And the best, and Dr. Matthews said the art of success. And I just want to say again, the art of success is connectivity. And her model for connectivity is amazing. This is a hybrid interactive networking event.
Yes.
The connectivity is going to be amazing.
Off the chain.
And I cannot wait. Yes. And this is gonna show business owners and show artists who are very, very quirky.
Yes.
And show thought leaders, people who sit up and research. Now, Dr. Matthews is not your average thought leader. She's an artist as well, and as well as an influencer. And I think you are as well, Dr. Love. And so when you get these types of people in the same room, if we connect them just right and show them how to connect, and show them how to network, and show them how to do business, then we create the art of success. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I just cannot wait to see how this works. It's a really great model, and I'm so happy to be a part of it.
And it's going to grow, right? Like, so this is just this is like our first one. We're just trying to learn. And so again, I don't believe, and Claudia and I had this call. I'm not from Houston. I came here, I migrated here. And so, if you want to do something for the people, you gotta ask the people. So I just
Yeah.
have a model. You all gotta let me know if this is working or not. And I'll
Right.
tweak it.
Yes.
If y'all
Yes.
work with me, we'll get it the way y'all want it. That dirty
Yeah.
south, all that, the way you all want it, the way you can do it. Because I didn't go to Wheatley, I didn't go to Jackie's, I didn't grow up in that part of it. I don't know. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's a small, and everybody kind of know everybody, and then you got the church dynamic, and and so you got to do it your own way because you're not LA, you're not Detroit, you're not New York, you Houston, you H Town, you're not
Right.
ATL, you're not
Right.
you're not nothing, and it's time for the world for you to define what that is. What
Mm-hmm.
is that? What is it to be a Houstonian and be black in
Well,
America and white in America and Latino in America? What does that mean?
Well, let me
You
just
know
say
what I mean?
this. Let
So
me let me just say I just commend you for even wanting to bring the idea. And not only was it an idea and that you thought about it and you visualize it, you made the vision plain and now we're actually doing it. Like that is everything. Because
Yes.
everybody always talks about what they want to do or what they're gonna do, but they never just make it, just do it, just make the plan and just do it, so that's major difference all by itself, because when you're in a position to where you can make something happen, look like all the distractions in the world want to come in and stop you from doing. I mean, look at you ladies, Claudia, you're coming in from Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like that is huge. Like who flies in to say, I want to do this event to do the art of success? You know what I mean? And then you got people modeling for you doing it in Atlanta. You're bringing it to Houston, and Dr. Matthews, you're not from Houston, and you're still, like, so if that's not the art of success, I don't know what it is, because most people only worry about what's going on in their front yard or their backyard or in their city or whatever. So to bring this to Houston is like everything. And I'm just so glad, nothing ever happens by coincidence. I heard Oprah say that years ago.
Yes.
I heard her say that. So it was not coincidence that we sat on the back of that limousine, in the back of that limousine bus, and were just having a conversation. And all of a sudden now it's in fruition. Like, so this was meant to happen. We're going to have a good time. But listen, let me just say this right here. I got to switch gears right here, because y'all know I'm the love doctor. I got to bring some love in here some kind of way. Now, every guest that comes on, I always have to ask them, what is your definition of love? How do you define love? So I see Claudia thinking about it a little bit. Who want to answer the question first?
Well, I guess
I gotta
I've been. Love is the anticipation of one's needs.
Okay. Okay.
That's my definition of love.
Okay, I like that. See, this is why I ask every guest that come on, because I always get a different answer and a different perspective, and I love it. I like that. That is very good. Okay, Dr. Matthews, what you got for me? What's your definition of love?
knowing thyself. I think I'm gonna go back to the Egyptians, knowing thyself,
Okay.
because when you truly love yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you can love anybody and
Mm-hmm.
do it and be unconditional, and
Yeah.
that's what it is. And in order to love yourself, you got to be compassionate, you got to be
Yes.
patient, you got to be stern, you
Mm-hmm.
got to be disciplined. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? To love yourself, you got to be all those things. And until you're all those things to yourself, how could you be that to
Yeah,
somebody else?
that's true.
Yeah,
That
And
is
because
so
and
true.
it's
so
true.
so you know,
Yeah.
love itself.
Have some clients that I'm coaching right now, and like they're all different age groups. And everything I tell them, when, like, I don't care what the situation is, what they've been through, I always bring them back to them, to the self-love for them. Because I tell them, if we get you together, everything else falls in place. I tell them that, and like One young lady, she thought that I was because of the wine or whatever. She thought like maybe I was a sex therapist or whatever and all that or whatever. Because and so when her husband because her husband actually brought the card home to her. And so when he brought the card home to her, and he was like, I want you to meet this lady, blah blah blah. And man, when I tell you, it's only been the first 7 days, and she's had so many aha moments, And so that is what you said is right on point. Like when people get it, that if the love for yourself counts for everything else that you are attached to, my God, it's not even, how people say the sky's the limit. I believe there's no limit once you figure out who you are. Make people respect you, your boundaries, all of that. When you get all of that in place, man, listen, can't nobody tell you nothing. They can't. They can't.
Yeah.
They can't.
You have to think about what are your needs in the future.
Yes.
What are your needs? Like, don't just do things just because. You have to understand what are your needs, not your wants. But what are your needs? Not your needs right now. But what will you need, not just now, but in the future?
Correct.
Before it comes, you have to anticipate.
Right.
What are my needs? What makes me happy? What makes me sad? That's
right.
love.
That's right. And I always tell people, you can't live in the future and in the past at the same time. So you got to prepare for the future with your needs of what you want. You have to. Go ahead, Dr. Matthews. What are you going to say?
Yeah, well, because I get excited. Sorry. So the reason why, I agree with what you're saying, because for me, what I'm learning is, and this is where my religious studies has come in, where I look at the interconnections between art and faith formation. So I've been led by this phrase that says, "Thou art God." So in between thou and God is art. I had a musician tell me that in Dallas, and I've been quoting it ever since. And so with that being said, when you can learn to only really care about what makes you happy, and not in a mean way, not in a, but you have to be true to self, right?
Yes.
So you have to take responsibility for all the decisions and what you feel at the time. And sometimes you make mistakes, right?
Yes.
You really thought this man loved you. You really loved him. But as you began to grow, you began to fall apart, and you didn't love that part of you enough to stay. It wasn't him. Is that you didn't like who you were with him.
Yeah.
And because he would not change and you weren't going to change, and therefore there you go. And so even that is good. Let that go. Let that go. And because what you do, you would believe, see, when you have love of self, I get excited. I like being single. Let me tell you, you know what I mean? Because of the simple fact that the reason why I like being single is because knowing people and getting to see what you want and what you don't want, and being able to look at it. And each man that you dated or each person that you've met taught you something about yourself. And you got a better understanding of what's going to make, like you said, your needs, what's going to make you full and get poured back into. And I think that, and you can have the courage to walk away from some good, fine level. That's what gets most of us women. He'd be so fine, girl. Oh, no. You know what I mean? And then
that's all he had going for himself. That's what I'm saying. That's it.
Well, but hey, but that's what you wanted at the time, and it wasn't a bad thing. He did what he could do, and they said you got caught up, and that's not his fault. That's not his fault. So but it's not his fault. You see what I mean?
No,
and so with that being said,
absolutely right.
It's not. You got to take responsibility for that, Black women. You did. That boy was just fine, and it. Just admit it. That's all. And so, and so with that being said, but when you love yourself, you know what I mean, and it becomes fun, and then you enjoy meeting new people, and you're not afraid, and you're not putting stipulations on people. You got to get with me in 90 days. You better call me in 15. You know what I mean? Really let it, or like Stokey's comment, let it happen organically. If you are,
that's right.
You're gonna be who you are regardless. You ain't got to worry about nobody changing if you just stay true to who you are. Stay true to who you are, and you'll be loved. That's all I gotta say.
That's it. I love it. I love it. Well, Claudia, do you have anything to add to that?
Well, I just know that whenever you love yourself.
Yes.
And we're defining love still, correct?
Yeah, we're still defining
Okay.
love.
When you do love yourself, and by my definition of anticipating one's needs, it allows you to anticipate the needs of another. For example, for those who are Christian, when it was said that Jesus died on the cross, he didn't die for the folks that was right around him then. He died for the folks in the future who were going to need his help. Yes. So that every single thing that they thought and every single thing that they didn't come to pass. Wow. So that it wouldn't be an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Yeah. So because he already knew what was going to happen, or at least he anticipated what could possibly happen. Yes. So his act of self-sacrifice was a form of love to anticipate the future needs of the people that are on this planet right now. So that's where I started my plight of love, is the anticipation of one's needs. If you have a child or a niece or a nephew or a mate that you love or a friend, there are a lot of things that you do simply because, not that you don't want to do them. Like, for example, I may want to go and binge drink at home all day, but I'm not going to binge drink at home because I had small children at one time at home and I anticipated their needs. They didn't need to see me binge drinking in front of them. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Right. But I anticipated their needs. Or if you have a friend, speaking of fine men, if you have a friend that used to date this really fine man and he's trying to talk to you. Yeah. Well, if you anticipate the needs of your friend, they're no longer together. They're not dating, but you anticipate that may hurt your friend. Yes. So what you do is, out of love, you do not talk to that man, that fine man that we're talking about here. Absolutely, yes. You don't speak to that man out of the love for your friend. So that's what right. I mean when I say you anticipate the needs. You anticipate one's needs. So you think ahead, how is this going to affect the next person? That's what do I need to do to help this person? I'm saving for your college fund because I'm anticipating that you're going to need this money because you're not going to be smart enough to get a scholarship. Correct. I raised you. I know you. Yeah. So that's what I mean by anticipating one's needs. And that's outside of the love for self. But absolutely 100% love starts at home with yourself being unapologetically you. That's all I got.
God, that is so good, ladies. That is so good. I told y'all we was gonna mix some love in there with that business some kind of way. I told y'all. So y'all could just imagine that we're just having a general conversation about love. So can you imagine what the conversation is gonna be Thursday? Oh my God, ain't no telling. You know.
And I want us to stop saying. Us to stop saying there's a male shortage. I want us to stop saying that.
Oh, yeah, I don't believe
I want to, as a woman, no, definitely not down south. Y'all got like 10 brothers and one. No, exactly. Compared to up north, this is no male shortage. Right. So well, this is yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No. The reason why I say that is because.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Because I would like to, because we got to speak into existence what we want. And we love our sons, and we love our daddies, and we love our brothers, and we love our uncles. We do. We love them. And they need to know that. And if we're ever going to get together, they got to know that we, the women, can do that and create that space so they can relax and they can chill and they can do it. It's our responsibility as the women of the earth to create that haven, that space. You know what I mean? And what sisters got to realize is that we're not our mothers anymore. We can't cook them ham hocks and stuff like that, and we can't do all that because we working and going to work too. We both slaving like we were on the plantation. Master said, "You got to work. I got to work too." That's right. I got to work too. We both working. And so we just got to work and do different things. And we got to kind of redefine what that is for us. You know what I mean? And then the problem is once we redefine what that is, we'll be fine. Because we had the best, we stayed married better than any other American in the country. Yeah. Back then when the times were hard. You see what I mean? And so what we're saying right now, and this is what I'm saying at least, I want to do better than my parents. I don't want to be that hard. I don't want to do that, but I want to have a community. I want to have my people. I want to talk to James Baldwin. I want to be in a room with Bun B, Slim Thug, Dr. Anthony Penn. I'm thinking Danielle from St. Gregory School, Robert Hodge. What?
Yeah.
We can have our own Houston Renaissance right here.
That's
Like
right.
you said, and then we all sit down. Okay, Reno, you know what I mean? We could just really do some stuff and have some good businesses and talking, and like you said, have you there with your wine and get with Natasha and then get with other people who've been grinding for a while.
Yes.
See, it's payday, it's jubilation, it's jubilee. It's time for you to catch your harvest.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, and we can only do that if we do it together. And I guess I just got to get all y'all in the room. If I get y'all in the room, baby, it's on and popping. I ain't got to do nothing. I ain't gonna have to do nothing. I just got to get y'all all in the room.
Well, listen, it's happening because we will be in that room Thursday. It will. It's happening.
And what comes out of there is going to be a whole bunch of love, going to be a whole bunch of money, because this is how you do it. We're going to be true to H-Town. Now, y'all get that paper now. So let's just deal with that. And we don't want to change that. And we need that. But we need we need it in a good way. Y'all are the best entrepreneurs in the Black community.
Yeah.
Y'all, like I said, you had down the street. Even the hip hop game, you totally revolutionized the hip hop game because you did it underground. And you did the cassette deals, and so did everybody else. But down here it was big. You had the distribution centers. You had everybody. Everybody was rolling at that time. Everybody was doing good. We got to get back to that, because now, if we do that now with Bitcoin, NFTs.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. And look, we can do this, y'all. And it's gonna be, we can do this. You know what I'm saying? We can do this. So
definitely. Fun. And also, since we're on the subject of love, I would like to say, if you are in love, or if you love someone that is an entrepreneur, or if you love someone that is an influencer or an artist, in order for them to be successful, you play a major part in their success.
Yes, you do.
Love is one of the number one reasons businesses fail.
Yes.
It's not money. It's their family. So as an entrepreneur, as an artist, or even an influencer or a thought leader, include the people that you love into your business.
Yeah.
Give them something to do.
Yeah.
It is very important that we choose right. It's so very important. Don't fall out of love with your business. Just find new ways and bring the people that you love into your business so you can keep going. I fell in and out of love with my business several times.
Exactly.
But I realized it was because of who was around me and my family.
Right.
So we have to make sure we choose right, and we have to love right. I got to stay on your love of business, Dr. Love, because,
That's it. But that's the truth.
And drink a glass of that wine while you're doing it.
Look at here, girl. Look. I always got it ready now. You know. I always got it ready. Always. That in a glass right here, somebody. Because
that's why you have a great vibe. That's why you have a great vibe. And you have a great vibe, and you have a really great spirit. And that's the thing that I think that which is why having you in the room is going to be a delight. You're staying true to your business. You have a dream. You're staying down. You're working. You'll work with anybody. You'll give anybody a shot. See what I mean? And there's more of you like that here. And if we could do it together, you see what I mean? And the fact that you do it. So that's what I'm saying. It like we just got to get it started. And I'm just thankful, Dr. Ledette, that you believed in my theory and that you came out and that you actually, and from talking on that bus, that you stuck with me and you did what you said you were going to do. And that's all it takes. You just did what you said you were going to do.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not hard. What is there not to trust? You're a woman of your word. And that's what I'm saying. We act like it's so hard. That ain't hard. You can't tell a person who ain't true to their word. Okay, well, that's not their fault. You know what I mean? Like, so if you don't know what it is, let us show you what that is. It ain't hard to see who's true and who's not. And I'm gonna borrow a phrase from Matthew Knowles. It's a talk to do ratio. If you talk more than you do, Well, there you go. That's
There
my
you
part,
go.
ad lib.
I like that.
but
I like
but the bottom line is, and so I appreciate you. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's your talk to do ratio, and you definitely walk your talk. And so I'm glad to know you because that wine's gonna blow up. We're gonna blow up. I think Houston's gonna want to be a part of this experiment.
Yeah.
And do it the H-Town way.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to record and do the research on it and then create the blueprint. And then we're gonna take over the world because it says the first shall be the last shall be the first. Well, once y'all got Juneteenth done, that everybody in the world knows that Texas blacks were the last to be freed from slavery. And it says in the book, the first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first.
Yes.
So
yes.
See what I mean? And so we in the right spot at the right time. And it's your kind of spirit, it's your kind of people, it's your kind of concept, you know, even like you said with Rhonda Prince, you know, bringing women together, having a concept where we can sit down. Because see, when you can sit down and think and in a safe space with like-minded people, you ain't got to worry about nobody shucking and jiving. Because like you said, it was real deal. But I mean, you're going to tell. And first of all, you ain't even getting in the room. How about that? We ain't got to worry about that. Because when we come together, we don't know people like that. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So if I'm in the building, how dare you? Like, I don't even know, like, what? You see what I mean? Like, excuse me. So that's where we need to be. You know, if I'm in the room, I only hang out with true people, and I only do with true people and people who are true to it. And I'm not no picking. We're not saying you got to be a certain way. That's not it at all. It's the diversity and the inclusion, and it's anybody who kind of has that spirit. I'm good with it. Right. You know what I mean? And so we're gonna be the third diversity. Yeah.
People like-minded care about other
so
people.
I just and you do that. And you do that. And your whole love concept, the books. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that what I like about.
I keep talking. Go ahead.
No, you're good. But what I like about what we've all said is that when we all put this together, it was not like no me, mine, none of that. It was like, okay, we gonna do this. Okay, you do this, you do that, you know, and that's how we brought it together. You know what I mean? It was no, oh, well, this is my thing, and I, you know, it wasn't like that. So just that by itself is what the art of success. That's the start of something for success. That's the love of business to create the art of success. So I just love it. I'm excited. You ladies have had a long day. You know, we're going to give the people back their time. You know, listen, you a true entrepreneur, Dr. Matthews. I mean, you are actually with your family, just attended a funeral, right? Yeah. And then step to the side.
I'm in Flint, Michigan.
In Flint, Michigan. Yeah. It then step to the side to do this broadcast, just so we can let the people know about the love of business and the art of success for Thursday. I mean, that's huge. That's huge. Yeah.
Two funerals.
Yeah, it's
symbolic too. It's two funerals, and so back to back. And but the beautiful thing is, I like being in Flint. So this is what's going to be a blessing for Houston. See, all of us who migrated first up north, this cold living and this high cost of living, boy, wears on your soul. You know what I mean? And it's hard and it's harsh. And so when we come down south to that warm weather and you know, and that good living and that good food and the good music, you know, it's a healing process for us. And that's why people are flocking here in droves. You see what I mean? And we, especially after COVID, and because Cuomo wasn't playing, we was locked down. You know what I mean? And so, look, this is a healing piece for everybody. And I just, you know, it's a good time to be who we are in America, and it's a good time to be in Houston. And I'm excited about everything that we're doing.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. Well, I do want to drop this note right here. It's fun. Cameron and I, which is my social media guy, you know, who's behind the stage right now. We were talking about it earlier, and he got all excited about it and everything. And he was like, well, Miss Ladette, we got to hurry up and get your membership website updated. I'm like, we getting there. We in the right time. Because what he know is that he know I love to match make. So in his mind, he like, okay, wait a minute now. Y'all got this business thing going on. You know, we might need to sprinkle a little love up in their room. I'm like, listen, you know, I got this. So, you know, I got this. So I told him, let's just see what happens Thursday, and then we'll tweak, like you say, Dr. Matthews. We'll tweak and do whatever we need to that. But right now, we're just going to stick with our plan we got right now. But he was all excited and ready. I was like, okay, we got this. I'm going to run it by the ladies. But, because here's the thing. When you come in a room, you don't know what can happen. That could be the room where you meet somebody. You know what I'm saying? You come in there for business, but you just never know. Love can catch you off guard. It really can. So we're going to let it flow. We're going to let the vibes flow. We're going to let the business flow, everything. And let's just watch, like they say, just sit back and watch God work. Let's just see what happens. We're going to have a good time. Yeah.
And even though we're almost at capacity, Dr. Love, in the spirit of love,
yes,
if there are some people who would like to come to the event, we may have about 3 or 4 more spaces.
Yeah.
Dr. Matthews, is it okay? I'd like for them to be able to reach out to Dr. Love and let her know if you guys would like to come.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let me know. Inbox me, and we'll see what where we're at on the numbers. And but we're letting you guys know about that, because this will not be the last time. This is the first time, and we're piloting it. We're doing a pilot, so we will know how to move forward. And as we grow, we will go to bigger spaces and everything. So it's all in the making. It's all God's timing. But I'm glad that we put our best effort. We put our best effort forward, and we're making it happen. And I can just see it growing. I really can. I can just see it growing from here. So I'm excited. So without further ado, we're going to give the people back their time. Dr. Matthews, that you get back to your family. Claudia, get back to to the rest of your evening, so that you can finish doing whatever you need to do. And I'm going to finish checking emails and all of that. My God, it's like the work is never done. It's never done. Yeah. But I appreciate you ladies coming in on the broadcast. This was good. This was so good. I know some people are going to have some nuggets to take away from this. And I'm excited. Yeah, this is going to be good.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
This is going to be, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Y'all stay right there. I'm going to end it on social media, but y'all stay right there.
Okay.